3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? All of them is constant. What is the heart rate for this patient? If you count the QRSs, because you can do it fast when you answer, it will be 60, right? But if you actually count the small blocks, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. 1,500 divided by 22. $55, $57. Now, if we are diagnosing the patient, we can go by, oh, it's 60. Oh, it's okay. It's normal because 60 to 100 is normal, right? But this patient has 57. And it can worsen. Things can change. So for medical perspective, we have to actually use the methods that we learn. But 60, and you see the answer, it says 60, no, doesn't say 60. It says 70, 50 something. The immediate says, oh, that's the one, because it's close to 60, right? To 70. That's how you're gonna make sure that you know the answer. Second degree, type 1. This is the Movitz 1. What is Movitz? That's the medical doctor. Anytime that you see names close to something, this is the cardiologist who discovered the second degree block. So they put his name on it. Remember Mr. Norman Holter? Instead of Holter, it would be Hoyer, right? And give me credits. Hey, I'm the one who invented. Now, if you see here, it says that the PR interval starts kind of normal, but it starts progressing, increasing, prolonging, and then suddenly you have a drop beat. If you look here at the bottom part, it says PR intervals grows progressively longer until there is a P not followed by a QRS. So you see the P, and then suddenly everything else disappears. And then continues again. So the QRS is the one that is being drawn. Remember, why is the P not disappearing? Because the SNO is working normally. Remember, the blockage is from here down, not here. Friends, this is second degree AB block, but this is Movitz 1. So, this guy was working in partnership with another cardiologist, which was Dr. Weckenbach. Can you imagine all these names? So most of the time, first degree, second degree, Movitz 1, Weckenbach usually they don't use it. Is that understood? So most of the time is Movitz 1 or just second degree, because we're gonna have the Movitz second degree type 2. So we need to make sure that we know the difference between those two. Any questions? This one, because this is a lot easier. See, this is the PR interval. PR interval. PR interval. See how long it is? Now, PR interval. Oops, I've dropped one. Now starts again normal, a little longer, a little prolonged, and drops at QRS. Here we have the same. Remember, this is from here, PR interval, from here to here. So from here to here. But just looking at the segment, we know that it's increasing and then it drops. The upper one is a real electrocardiogram. The lower one is a drawing. Any questions about MOBIT? Review it when you close it to take your exam. So if you find the question, fine. If you don't, it's finito. That's it. You don't need to do this anymore. Right? Right. First degree MOBIT 2. So here we're going to see a little difference. So what happened right here? Patient already, okay, with the blocks. Looks like a sinus rhythm with all P waves in place, but with some QRST remove or drop. So here we're gonna see the PR interval normal. It's not progressively, constantly enlarged. It is not that it starts normal and then progressing. No, this is normal. It starts normal, but then it has a drop of the QRS. So that's basically what it is. So this is the difference with this AB block second degree, MOBIT 2. Remember, if you know MOBIT 1, you should be remember.
This is basically the opposite. Because with the first one, there was the P waves was long.
Right.
And now it's focusing on the QRST. So it's like, that's
See.
how I'm going to remember it. So
Remember, this is first degree. First degree. Prolong. Second degree, type 1. Goes right here. Longer. And it drops the QRS. Now, the MOBIT 2, so type 2, MOBIT 2, it is normal, the PR interval is normal, but then it drops the QRS. One, remember, the one prolong, constant, no dropping. The other one starts normal, prolonging, drops a QRS. The other one starts normal, but it drops a QRS. So that basically conducted beat, so it is constant and normal, so it's not prolonged. QRS, the same, but if it drops the QRS, you're gonna see like the little gap right there, the little pulse. Everything else is just normal. Here is the picture. Now if you see the PR, see? It's the same. But then we have the drops. Look at all these. This is huge. That's not how normal should look like. one that I'm going to show you next. But type 1, remember, is a prolonged. And this one, usually they give you the definition. It's written. You see on an EKG a prolonged constant PR interval immediately. You don't have to see numbers. As soon as it says prolonged constant, you know that this is first degree AP block. Period. Don't hesitate. Don't start thinking about anything else. Mark your answers. We have a problem when we take in tests. We read one question and then we see another one and we said, oh, wait a minute. I think that the other one was different. Or sometimes it helps. Because sometimes you said, oh no, I know this answer. So the other one was not. You can go and change it. But sometimes you get confused between the two answers because it says, oh, that looks like the same question that I had before. Now what I'm going to do, what did I put before? And you start playing with the questions. Sometimes as soon as you see the answer and you think, and that's the first thing that comes to you, leave it. Don't start changing your questions because that's when you create a problem. It happens a lot. We second guess ourselves. We have the right question and it turns out that we change it for something that it wasn't. Who likes to change their answers when they take the test? Raise your hand. All of us. We do that all the time. That's what I mentioned. This is normal. This is human thing. That you see it and you're not sure about it and you start second guessing yourself and eventually change your answer. I have changed my answer like 3 times, going back and forth. Oh no, this. And that takes time. And when you see other questions, we're gonna follow the same pattern. And you don't want. Yes.
If we see the question, we are not quite sure, can we mark it? And later on, after we finish off, then we go back.
Yes, you can do that. You're going to see the questions, and you're not sure about the answer, and you don't want to waste time right there, so you're going to move. Sometimes other questions will lead us to the question we just left behind. So then all you remember now is that, oh, I think that you can go back. If you have time, you can. Remember, for the NHA, because I believe you're going to be taking the NHA here, you're going to take the NHA exam. If you are going to go back to the questions, you're going to go back one by one. One by one, back, previous, one by one. It's not gonna give you the option to go directly to this question. So you're gonna waste a lot of time. Is that understood? So make sure that you completed all of them, that when they close you, because as soon as the time is up, they close you immediately. So
I have a question too. So since it's on the test, do you get your results once you finish?
immediately. So that's a good thing about this national certification, because they give you the results and they can actually print out your electronic or digital certificate that day. So you can go look for a job right there, and 3 to 4 weeks later you're going to receive one by mail, but it's the same one. It's not. So that's the good thing, and they tell you right there what was your score, and according to the algorithm that they use to grade you in different levels, administrative, clinicals,
So
and
you get a grade?
yeah, you have a breakdown of what did you do better, which one you need to improve. AP block, no, this not. This is the one of the third that we're going to mention now. AP block. 3rd degree block. Don't worry about the AB block because it's giving you an introduction of this, but I don't want you to get confused. I forgot to remove those slides. Every single time that I show those slides, it's too much, and then the students forget about the third degree block. So this is the one that actually you need to know. So this is the third degree block. Remember, if it is a third degree, so then it's more complex, more complicated. Remember that the SA node starts normally. We have no problems with the SA node, so the P wave is going to be present. And sometimes it's going to be present more than one. Here is when we're going to pay attention to that. So, sinus node sends out its impulses as usual. It's working normally. They just release all the electrical impulses, the atria contracts, send the electrical impulses to the AB node as a block. None of them ever get to the ventricles. So that means that there is a blockage. And it's taking long to be fixed. So the problem is the AB node or the bundle branches. Remember those cables, the middle battery, the gatekeeper. So that gatekeeper actually is doing a horrible job because it's not opening the switch, so the electrical impulses can go to the ventricles. So it says right here, a lower pacemaker escapes and assumes spacing, control providing QRS complexes. So the AB node somehow managed to go around and then meet up the Purkinje fibers. And that's how you're gonna get it. So the heart is very complicated how it functions. Sinus node continues firing out its impulses providing P waves because still there is no problem with the SA node. It's with the AB node and anything below. That is what's called. No problems with it. So the atria heart rate is okay. The SA node is normal. Ventricles 20 to 60. Slower. Why? Because there is a blockage. Now we are receiving electrical impulses from somewhere else in the Purkinje fibers because it's not allowed through the AB node. It can be regular. The P waves, once again, they are positive. And there is and they look alike. That's basic resonance matching. But they are disassociated with the QRS, AB disassociation, because we're gonna have drops on the QRS. So the only block that doesn't have no dropping of the QRS is which one? The first one. The second one, have dropped. The Movitz 1 and the Movitz 2. But the PR inner ball plays a game there too. This one, once again, is going to have disassociation because it's going to drop more. What am I thinking that is raining? Size, it doesn't matter. What we're going to see here, remember, is going to be double or triple beads. That is the key. Before QRS, we're gonna see P, 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 QRS. So it drops QRSs. Not 1, 2, or 3 QRSs are dropped.
You gotta pay for this one too?
So if the QRS is there, it will be less than 0.12 seconds if AB junction is a pacemaker. So don't worry about extra information, because that can kind of blow your thoughts somewhere else. Because myocardial infarction, some medications, once again, these causes of problems with your heart, you will not be asked. They're not going to ask you any of these things. Here it is.
Okay.
Now look at the difference. Look at all the space in between here. Look at from here to here. Here is a drop, but this is a P, because this is the T. P, P, Q, R, S, T, P, P, Q, R, S, T, P, P. Now the PR inner ball changes, because here is very short, see? Very close to the QRS. Look at here. Look at here. And here is the drop. So you're gonna see more than one P wave before a QRS. Now you know that this is a third block. Just seeing the P's, because the P's are not gonna disappear because the SI node is working normally. So it's producing the P. Third degree, always think about how many P's are before a QRS, and there is QRS that are dropped. That's it. You're going to be seeing something very similar to this. Don't mix this up with the T, because here we have that. And then next to it, and then there's another one, but there's a drop. There's a drop. Because it's supposed to be a QRS after the P, right? But it's not there. So it's dropping and leave only the P's alone. And that's why you see only two P's in here. P, P, but oh, the QRS. P, QRS. P, QRS. But it's not there. That's what's called the third degree. Your exam, that will be with one of these pictures. It will not be written, it will not be spelled out. It will be one of these slides, and they're going to ask you, the slide below represents which condition. And then you say, oh, look at the P's, look at the PR intervals. And read the question, what is it that they're telling you? Sometimes within the question, as the answer. Believe me, 50% of the questions have the answers within the question. There is a keyword right there that you have to look and understand, so then you know what to look for. Here it is. This is a real one. This is the QRST. P, drop, P, again, Q, R, S, T, P, see? Don't worry guys, you're not going to be cardiologists. So, this is just... Yeah, who wants to be a cardiologist? Not me. I have enough. Psychiatry? No. I needed one. There are many other fields that are easier, more enjoyable. Not. Cardiologist is very hard. You're going to be a cardiologist? Okay, so let's do a little review. First degree, no drop QRS, PR constant more than 20 seconds. So the whole chapter is summarized here. Forget about this A, B, D. This is the AB block. So don't worry about that part, because this is the third degree. Then it was, I don't know, somehow messed up. So remember, Wenke back is the same as the Movitz 1. And the Movitz 1 is the one that The PR interval is progressing, then it has a drop. No, it's not constant. Remember, it's gradually prolonging. Movits 2, CPR is constant, but it drops QRS. It is constant, but it's not prolonged. Be careful with that.
Constant, not prolonged.
It has some dropping in the QR.